Hello, my name is Hector Flores, and the title of my PowerPoint is Say No to Sheriff Joe Arpaio. Maricopa County is the territory of Sheriff Joe Arpaio, and it is made up of about 44 small cities and towns. For me, Joe Arpaio is a racial profile because he picks on immigrants who just come to this country to work, support their family, and do their job right. And I think that Joe Arpaio is real similar to Hitler because he picks on immigrants and Hitler picked on Jews. Immigrants are very hard-working people who are dedicated to their job and do it all right, and they follow the laws like if it were theirs. Joe Arpaio is thought of as a very innocent man, but he has made lots of bad decisions in his time in office, and he's actually dirtied his hands by doing bad decisions and not stopping them or correcting them. And there's been a lot of victims from his decisions, and one of the victims was Charles Axter, who was a 33-year-old man who was mentally ill and was at a store just looking around, but since he was mentally ill, he just didn't function properly, and the guy got real mad and just called the cops. The cops came, took him away to jail, and while he was in jail, he was just acting like a kid would do when he's in jail in a place where he's never been at. And the guards just come up to him, and since he was acting all foolish, they just take him to the ground and pressure his lungs, and that suffocated him, which caused him to die. And that was all Sheriff Joe Arpaio's fault because he could have stopped it, but he didn't. Another victim was Deborah Braillard, who was a diabetic and was arrested for having some credit card violations. And it was nighttime, so the doctor couldn't tell him anything. So when the next day came, she just called up to tell him that her mom was diabetic, and they didn't do anything. They didn't even go check for her. They just ignored him. And when they actually went to go check her, she was already into the process that she was going to die. And like 3 years, she lasted in a diabetic coma. While in the hospital, she just died 3 days later after she came out. And the graph shows how the population of Arizona has gone down since the immigration laws have come in. And from 2008, you can see that it's going down dramatically. Then it causes a lot of problems. The separation of parents is another effect of immigration deportation, because it separates lots of kids from their families and families from other family members. And the saddest thing of all is that Joe Arpaio could at least just take the kids to their family members, but he just leaves them stranded. And the kids just cry, and it's just a sad view to see the kids stranded in a parking lot. And the cause, some causes is that immigrants being deported comes in an effect that the state loses money because there's no tax coming in. And if the state doesn't get money, that means that the kids can't study, they can't get new supplies. And that's why I think that Arpaio is a payaso. Thank you.